Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the beautiful world of one of England's most celebrated poets, William Wordsworth. If you've ever felt a sense of wonder looking at a field of flowers or a quiet landscape, then you've already tapped into the very essence of Wordsworth's poetry. He was a true giant of the Romantic age, and his work changed the course of English literature forever. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore the major works of William Wordsworth. Our journey begins in 1798, a landmark year for poetry. This is when Wordsworth, along with his close friend Samuel Taylor Coleridge, published a collection called Lyrical Ballads. This book is widely considered the starting gun for the Romantic movement in England. It was revolutionary because it broke away from the formal high-flown language of earlier poetry. Instead, Wordsworth and Coleridge used the simple, everyday language of common people to talk about profound emotions and the beauty of the natural world. A key poem from this collection is the magnificent Tintern Abbey, where Wordsworth reflects on memory, nature, and how a relationship with the world changes over time. Another gem from this period is Lines Written in Early Spring, which beautifully contrasts the harmony of nature with the conflicts of humanity. Just 2 years later, in 1800, a second edition of Lyrical Ballads was released. This one is especially important because it included a preface written by Wordsworth. This preface was essentially his manifesto. He argued that poetry should be the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, and that it takes its origin from emotion, recollected in tranquility. He championed the idea that poetry could be found in the humble and rustic, not just in epic tales of kings and heroes. This edition also included Michael, a powerful and moving narrative poem about a shepherd's love for his land and his son, showcasing Wordsworth's talent for telling human stories with dignity and grace. The year 1807 was another incredibly productive one for Wordsworth. He published a collection titled Poems in 2 volumes. This is where we find some of his most famous and beloved individual poems. You've almost certainly heard of I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, often just called Daffodils. It is the perfect example of his philosophy. A simple moment of seeing a field of daffodils becomes a source of joy that he can recall later in moments of quiet thought. This collection also features the profound ode, Intimations of Immortality, a complex and beautiful meditation on childhood, memory, and the feeling that we lose a certain divine vision as we grow older. And we can't forget Resolution and Independence, a poem about the poet's encounter with an old leech-gatherer, which inspires him to find strength and perseverance in the face of despair. As Wordsworth's career progressed, his works became more ambitious in scale. In 1814, he published The Excursion, a very long philosophical poem that's actually part of a much larger, unfinished work he called The Recluse. While it might seem daunting, The Excursion dives deep into themes of nature, religion, and the human condition, showing a more mature and contemplative side of the poet. He continued to publish collections throughout his life, like his poetical works in 1820 and Yarrow Revisited and other poems in 1835, constantly refining his craft and revisiting his favorite themes. But perhaps the most personal and monumental work of all is one that Wordsworth worked on for his entire life, but never published himself. It's called The Prelude. This epic autobiographical poem was finally published in 1850, shortly after his death. Subtitled Growth of a Poet's Mind, it's exactly that. A journey through his own life, from his childhood in the Lake District to his experiences in the French Revolution and his development as a poet. It is a deeply intimate and introspective work that provides the key to understanding all of his other poetry. It reveals the man behind the verses and traces the origins of his powerful connection to nature and the human spirit. So, how can you remember the most important starting point? Just think of this one. Key date, 1798. That's the year Lyrical Ballads was published, officially kicking off the English Romantic age. From the simple beauty of a line of daffodils to the grand exploration of a poet's own soul, William Wordsworth's work offers a timeless reminder to slow down, look at the world around us, and appreciate the profound beauty in the everyday. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of Wordsworth's incredible literary legacy. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of literature. See ya in the next one.